Howdy, good morning. My name is Rob and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. Today's video was an impromptu one. I ended up with most of the day to myself at loose ends. And what better way to spend a day to myself than out looking for treasure. Didn't know that I was going to have the day to myself until I was already out and about on town, so I figured, what the heck, we will go by Goodwill and see if we can find some treasure. Lo and behold, we did. So like and subscribe, come along for the ride, and let's go see what I found. And just like that, we are in my favorite Goodwill. Probably won't be the only place we go to today, but it's kind of a slow, lazy day for me today. A little bit under the weather. Not terribly sick or anything, just didn't sleep well again. Got a little bit of a headache. But that's all right, we will push through. Ooh, there's a pretty piece that looks Italian. Let's get it out of there and see what it is. It's a candle holder. Gans, Bella Casa. Hey, there you are. I am early again. I wasn't planning on being early. Y'all hang on, folks. I'll be right back with you. My friend pointed out a piece that I completely walked by. That is a big basket made by Fenton for Tierra. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any solds. There's a lot of them listed in the $60 to $100 range. Being a contract piece, I don't think it has that kind of value. I think it's worth somewhere in the $25 to $35 range, and they want $13 for it. So I think we're going to leave it behind. Jenny, do you want it? If not, I'm putting it back. All right. Somebody will give it a good home, but it's not coming home with me. Let's walk down the shelf and see if there's anything else I missed. We already looked at the Italian wannabe candle holder. And we'll step back a little bit, check out the bottom row. Ooh, there's an interesting picture. See, it was shoved back to where you couldn't see. That is interesting. They want $12 for it. It is signed. We're going to put that in the cart. Let's see. Well, I see something pretty down there. It looks like it's made in Japan.
Oh,
yeah, made in Japan. We'll look that up.
That's nice. I like that.
Isn't that cool?
That's cool. I love this.
It's very cool. Somebody had it on the bottom shelf, shoved way back.
I can imagine.
Oh, look at this piece of art glass. That's going to be a made in China bird feeder, and they want $7 for it.
Feed.
Yeah. Almost looks like a sombrero with the edges rolled up, doesn't it?
About it too.
It's cool, but I think we're going to leave that piece here.
That's nice.
This?
What is underneath there?
That's very light. It's made to look like it's made in... Oh, it is?
It is.
It is Delft Blue.
That's going to
hand painted, made in
home.
home. $8. We'll look that up. Thank you for pointing that out to me.
You're welcome.
As light as that was, I didn't think it was real. There's a studio art pottery mug without a handle. It's signed.
Take a look at this one too, honey. Yeah, honey. That's going to be another one.
And it's got a big major crack running all the way down that side, and it's FTD Florist. Did you folks?
That hurts.
Yeah. Well, oh, this little cut to clear vase. It's got an etched floral, some kind of weird etched design in it. That doesn't look like a pomegranate, or does it?
No. Oh, wait, let me see.
I don't know if that's...
it is.
Is that a pomegranate?
That's pomegranate.
And yeah, it is cut to clear, so it's color flashed. But we're going to look that up. Oh, we did pretty good right through there.
We did.
Found some Delft Blue, little canister. We found a studio art pottery pitcher, very colorful, and we found the Japanese.
Green thing, baby?
We looked at that green thing and that green thing yesterday.
Was he good?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're going to look around and see if we can find something else. Yep, we did find a couple of nice ones. I see a little something up here. That is a glass float. It's very thin. I think that's one made to be artistic, not an actual float. So we'll leave that here. Is that fused glass? Yes, it is. Is it signed? No, but it's chipped and it's made for party light. I know because I saw the sticker right there. All right, come on. How are you today, Eddie? Yeah. All right, folks, let's move down a little bit. Putting on that end cap. And I'll bring you back in when I find something. A bunch of off-brand fridges. They're marked KGG. I am not familiar with that mark. I was talking to my friend at the cash register the other day about the Pyrex, and she said a whole stack of the lids got bought by one person, so they priced the lids separately. There is a piece of Pyrex, but it is completely dishwasher rashed. There's no saving that. I know there's people out there restoring them and repainting them and things along that line, but I don't do that. Don't mind a few scuffs or stains. I can put some elbow grease into those and make them look better and get rid of the stains. There is a beautiful piece of pottery. Watch it be Pier 1 or Target or something like that. Yep. Not waterproof. Used for dry floral only. Yeah, we'll put that right back. Pretty as it is, it's low quality modern stuff. Let's get it through here. There's a beautiful cobalt blue glass pitcher. Hand blown. It's got a pontoon mark that's been ground down and polished. Nice wear ring. What do they want for that? 10 bucks. I think we'll leave that here for somebody that collects cobalt. I don't think that's worth more than $12 to $16, $18. So not a lot of room left on it for us. It's a cute little pair of Bear salt and pepper shakers. Probably, one of them's got a sticker on it. Made in Japan. Yep. What do they want for those? $5. They're probably worth 8 to 12. So we will leave those here. There's a stack of modern trinket dishes. Very modern. I've run into that same glass many times. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in when we find something. That puppy looks cute. Mickey's all busted up. That's a shame. But we're going to take a look at this cookie jar. They want $8 for it. And it's McCoy. That is going in the cart. I cannot imagine. I know McCoy prices are down, but I can't imagine that one not being worth picking up for $8. But we'll look it up just to be on the safe side. I think even if the market is soft on it right now, I may pick it up and just hang on to it for a bit. You never know when a market is going to pop off. Hell, I could even pop the market off by showing that off on social media. You never know. All it takes is the right person, which is probably not me, to start posting about things on social media, and all of a sudden that kind of thing becomes extremely popular. Is that glass? Nope, that's plastic. It's got an LED light in it. The hoedown at the barn scent is still here. Can't imagine why. Sorry I'm moving a little fast, but we just covered all of these. I wanted to make my way back over here to the milk glass. There's some great pattern.
I love it.
Milk glass, unmarked. Cream and open sugar. There's a pair of candle holders that are also unmarked. Could be Imperial, could be Westmoreland. You just never know. And there's a cute little pair of, let's see, Di Serono. Those came with Di Serono liqueur. Alright folks, it's a little crowded over here, so I'm gonna work my way through it. If I find anything interesting, I'll let you know. We finally got to look over at the lamp section. There wasn't anything there. But you guys know I'm always talking about how much I like Avon. This little covered dish, I would actually buy that to put in my kitchen and keep salt in it next to the stove for when I'm cooking. Would need some cleaning, but for $4.49, what we're gonna do is wait and see if that stays here long enough to go on half off sale. Then we'll probably buy it. Sometimes it pays to be in the right place at the right time. Standing here talking to a friend, and just as he walked off, I looked and they were bringing a new cart out through the back door. There it is right there with a bunch of people around it. And I was first to get to it. And we got Fenton Silvercrest. We got some kind of a satin 3-footed dish over there. We'll look that up. We also got a Pyrex casserole. I know the pattern, but I'm gonna have to look it up to remind myself to see if $8 is a good price for it. The wife and I ran all over town a couple of days ago looking for oven bags. Couldn't find any. I say it all the time, if you're just patient, everything shows up in the thrift stores. So she's getting her some oven bags. There's also a big bag full of My Little Pony and Littlest Pet Shops. The only reason I know anything about them at all is because when my daughter was little, she collected them. So I'm gonna check the market on them. There's a lot of them in there. I'm gonna check the current market for both toy lines, both Littlest Pet Shop and My Little Pony, and see if I want to go home and sort through it and look for the rare ones. I'm also going to look up this Pyrex dish and all that stuff I showed you before. So give me a minute. We'll go through it and see what we're left with. Leave it to me to find a really nice, condition-wise piece of Capa Diamante. And it does have one petal broken right there, but this stuff is usually beat to hell, broke up. And when you find it in great shape, it's usually worth picking up. This piece, on the other hand, even in mint condition, only brings about $12 to $15. So we're gonna put that back down there on the shelf. And I am getting a little bit hungry, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna stay in this Goodwill. I know there's one more cart coming out, and it'll be the electronics cart. Maybe. We'll give them a few minutes, and if they don't come out in the next few minutes, we're gonna blow this popsicle stand and go find us something to eat. Well, that was a pretty doggone good trip into my local Goodwill, especially when I was not even planning on going in today. But we ended up with quite the haul. Let's show you what we got. First and foremost was this studio art pottery pitcher. Super high quality maker here. It is signed, well made. It's got that heft of quality that I talk about quite often. Items of quality have a look, a feel, and a heft that cannot be duplicated in cheap knockoff or run-of-the-mill stuff. The glaze on this is absolutely astounding. There was days worth of work just in the glaze on this piece. So I paid up for it. I paid $12 for this piece, and I have a feeling it's going to be a tough sale for me. And I don't look to make much, if any, profit on it, but it needs a good home. So we're going to find it a good home on one of my live sales over on Knickknacks. Next up, I couldn't help it. I bought the little Avon compote dish with a lid, whatever it is. I'm going to clean this up really, really good, and we're going to take it into my kitchen and fill it with coarse salt for when we cook. I love Avon. I've told you guys a million times why. Third generation glass collector, and my grandmother on my dad's side was a massive Avon collector. So there we go. Lo and behold, we also picked up a piece of Fenton Silvercrest. Now this piece is absolutely filthy, but I couldn't find any scratches, dings, bruises, chips, flea bites. It's in perfect condition. It's made before 1972. We know that because it doesn't have the Fenton logo embossed on it. And here lately, Silvercrest has been gaining some popularity. The last several pieces that I've sold have sold for decent money. So this will be another piece. We're going to clean it. We're going to put it with our other Fenton collection and hang on to it until we do a Fenton show. It'll be just strictly Fenton on a live show over on Knickknacks again. We also picked up this Pyrex 1.5 quart casserole dish in excellent condition. This is, I think it's called American Colonial or Early American, the pattern. So it's, I paid probably a little too much for it. I paid $8 for it. And it should go for somewhere in the $20 to $25 range. So we'll make a little money on it. Just no getting rich or paying much in the way of bills with that one, but I couldn't leave it behind. Let's see, VHS. We ended up with 7 VHS tapes. I tell you folks all the time that the best luck I have with them, because I don't find the horror stuff very often. I say that and I just found 14 last week. But those were the first 14 horror VHS I had found in forever. But the kids stuff that from the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, that are geared towards kids are great for me. They sell really, really well for me. And I only average $5 to $10 a piece for them, sometimes a little more. But I sell them almost daily. So we got Elmo Says Boo. I'm guessing that's going to be a Halloween themed Elmo Sesame Street video. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got the Gremlins Part 2. Candyman horror, not the cult horror, not the B-movie, no budget having stuff from the 70s and 80s, but still a decent pickup. Let's see, we'll talk to that. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. What I might end up doing is lotting both Ninja Turtle movies together and selling them as one lot. Probably the best way to sell those. And then we got this 7 Faces of Dr. Lau. Not a whole lot out there on it. This one, the reason I actually picked it up is because it's sealed and watermarked. And the only one I could find sold was a sealed copy, and it sold for good money. Memory serves, it was somewhere in the $20 range. So even if it doesn't, we only paid a dime for it. So we'll list it. If it hasn't sold in a decent amount of time, we'll keep marking it down until we get it down to that $5 or $10 range and get her sold. I bought this one. I don't think it's worth any money. I haven't looked it up. I bought this one because I didn't care if it was worth any money or not. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's called Ghosts of Mars. And it's not a good movie, but it's a weird movie. This entire movie is a flashback that somebody's having, and inside their flashback, other people are having flashbacks. At one point, I think there were 4, maybe 5 levels of flashbacks within flashbacks within flashbacks. And it's just kind of fun for me to watch the movie and count the number of flashbacks that are hidden inside this movie. It's just the weirdest concept ever for a movie. So I picked it up. Let's see, moving on. We got this great big bag of My Little Pony, and I think there's some Littlest Pet Shop in there too. And it is a massive bag full of them. And this was a gamble. We paid $10 for this bag full of My Little Pony and Littlest Pet Shop. If you want to see something amazing, go look up comps for either one of them on eBay. Go to the solds and then sort from highest to lowest. There are pieces from both lines that can be well over $500 each. So even if we don't find one of those, we'll separate the 2 lines out and we'll sell them as a big lot and we'll still make profit. So that was a good pickup. There's some new and packaged stuff in there too. Hopefully it's not brand new from like modern times, the last year or two. Hopefully it's stuff from the early 2000s. And last but not least, everything shows up at the thrift eventually. Just have a little patience. There goes my, sorry about that folks, that was my air compressor kicking on. It gets pretty loud. I forgot that thing was even on. It had to happen sooner or later. Anywho, everything shows up at the thrift eventually. If you just have a little patience. I can tell you so many stories about things that ended up buying brand new, and then the very next day finding it brand new in a box, sealed sometimes, at the thrift store for pennies on the dollar. The wife and I went running around the valley one day last week, every store we could think of, looking for oven roasting bags. I don't like them, but the wife wanted them. She had a dish she was going to make, and she wanted to use a roasting bag. Couldn't find one. Lo and behold, they were at the thrift. So for $1.50, we got 2 bags full of them, and hopefully she'll appreciate that. Anyway, that's what we got today. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with me on my little treasure hunts. It means the world to me. And I hope to see you in a future video. So y'all come back now. You hear?